basically.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're slashing prices, cutting costs, throwing in the tires. You can have everything here. Just sign on the dotted line. Don't worry about how much it costs. We got you covered. It's free, sort of, except for that financing rate. Anyway, that was my used car salesman voice.
That's pretty good.
I had a good NPR one for one of the acoustic shows we did the other day, which it was like a Bob Ross thing. I was sort of channeling him. But what if all guitar shops were like used car sales places?
But wait, what if they already are? They sort of are.
I know. We started analyzing this sort of what has happened to a lot of like the guitar selling business over the past few years.
Yeah.
And like it's radically different than what it used to be like.
It's true.
Some of it's great, and I love what we do. I love what a lot of the other shops that we're friends with, from the guys at Wildwood to, Tobias, Music Villa, I love Chuck Levins. I was on the phone with that Carlos guy this morning. I called him. He was sweating because he had just finished an hour-long dance routine.
Oh.
With his son, and he'd do like this weird like tango, like father-son.
Salsa kind of.
It's salsa duel thing. And they do the capes.
With the pistols.
With bulls, I think. I like to imagine there's bulls, like a Spanish bull, and minus the killing of the bulls. That's
I was gonna say, no bulls are harmed.
Anyway, but what we were like, what if because this is an idea we came up with last week and we were talking. I was like, what if guitar shops Derek was like, we're like used car sales people sort of, and I was like, what do you mean what if? He's like, well, what are we? I'm like, a lot of the business model now is, and let's get right into it. Break it down. Number one, you don't even know what the guitar costs sometimes. How much is it going to cost me a month? People are financing
$7.
I know.
$92 a month.
We have a lot of people too. We do it. Everyone does it. I think it's kind of weird that this is a normal thing, but people are like, how much can I pay per month on this guitar?
Dude, I mean, it's tempting when you're browsing Sweetwater and you see a $9,000 Gibson custom shop, an R9 or something.
I can pay $100 a month.
Oh wow, 100 is usually more than that. But that seems way more manageable than forking over $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 on this crazy.
I know, because you can be making more money with your own money. I get it. But wow,
I know.
It's the world we're in. It's like sometimes you don't even like. I've seen on websites like, don't get me wrong, like we're a part of the system. Is like where you can click and it's like, well, this guitar's $2,000 or $48 a month with this financing, 0% interest if you pay within the.
Right. You knock it out.
But if you miss that payment, don't get me wrong. Well, powie, those interest rates come at you like a tsunami.
That's true.
They do, man.
That's true.
And it's not just like the interest rates on what you missed; it's on everything.
Oh yeah, it goes back to the beginning. Yeah.
It's some weird prima nocta rule. And we get to have sex with your wife on the wedding night as well. Thank you for signing the dotted line.
It's the Lord's right.
It is the Lord's right. That's why every young family should watch Braveheart.
That's right.
It's on Netflix right now. If you haven't seen Braveheart,
you need to go watch it.
It's still the greatest medieval type of sort of the acting's phenomenal, the cinematography's amazing, the soundtrack, James Horner's finest soundtrack, I think.
That's probably true.
That's where he reached his peak. Like he did Aliens and all that, wonderful. But that's it's a peak soundtrack. It's not historically accurate. Who cares? It's my mom likes to say Outlander is historically accurate.
Neither is The Avengers.
No, exactly.
However,
I will watch Braveheart 1,000 times more than Avengers. In fact, I've watched it 51.5 times now.
I don't even know how many times I've seen it, but
51.5 times. I know exactly how many times I've seen it.
Or the sequel, The Patriot.
Braveheart
America.
That's kind of like Top Gun, and then Days of Thunder is the sequel. Then Maverick is the third, and that's coming out soon. Can't wait to. No, but. We finance guitars now. It's a regular thing. The other thing we've noticed too is these are some of the things that have been around for a while, but you've worked in major guitar selling type of places. The idea of there's certain guitar lines within the shop that you receive either kickbacks or bonus structures based into, ones that you are incentivized to sell. Very much.
Well, it's the idea is that if there is a brand that the shop makes more of a profit margin on, of course your commission is going to be larger, right?
Right.
Because you're making commission off of that profit. So, if there's something that these two things are the same price, but you make more commission off this one because of some relationship the manufacturer and the shop has, which one are you going to push? You're going to push the one you make more commission on. I mean, that's just
And that's why I mean, and people are like, well, everybody does the same thing. I'm like, we don't. Like, and I think most of the guitar shops I know and like love and recommend all the time, I've sent several other people to Wildwood over the weekend because they were asking for certain Gibbs. I'm like, you need to call Steve right now. There's 2 Steves. Call either one. They're both great and fantastic. And they're both charmingly good looking.
It's true.
Because I like to think that Steve Mespley is like a future version of me. So I think he's gorgeous. But anyway.
Yeah.
Again, back to Outlander. Weird. It's like, maybe that is us. Oh, I don't know. It's so weird. But we're not going to make love to each other. Oh, that just got weird. Anyway. But no, we don't practice that in the sense that it's a weird, like our whole philosophy here and at these other shops is we want, and I don't care if people call BS, it is not, it's completely true, the best guitar for what you need and what you want to spend.
Yeah.
It's not, there's no hidden thing, it can't be that way. I think people can read through that for the most part.
I think most of the time. I mean, we
but a lot of people can't.
Commission, you know what I mean?
It doesn't work that way.
Even if I need help when you come in because Sean knows more about a particular thing than me, if I was at, Guitar Center, I maybe don't want to grab Sean because then I got to give him part of my commission. Here, that's not,
No, we help each other,
right?
And it's a whole different way of how we're all paid. It's wonderful, and because you don't get paid at all, actually.
That's true.
You just get a place to sleep in.
In fact, they always tell me, why are you here again today?
And you don't actually work here.
I know, it's strange.
It just comes and we talk.
Just come in, we hang out, play chess after this, on the sidewalk.
You smell kind of like Frito-Lays and urine.
There's been times in my life where that was probably a true statement. It's been a while, but yeah.
Let's go with number 2. The basic sort of salesman tenet of like, you see the guys sometimes waiting outside the shop. These are some of the bigger chains with cigarettes.
I was going to say they're always smoking.
Always smoking. With the black bowling shirts a lot of times.
Then they see you walking in and they just follow you right in. Yeah.
And they're checking you out. They're figuring out like what you are and what if you're going to be a buyer or if they're going to waste time with you or not. Because that's the type. It's very much.
Are you saying we're being profiled?
You're being profiled. We unfortunately don't know how to profile because we're not
smart.
Very smart.
That's probably true.
No, I've learned in my years of doing this that there's
you never know. The people you think, they're just coming in are the ones who are going to like, I'll take these 3 custom shops. And then people sometimes you think are going to be ready to buy. Nope, not at all.
I've met people that smell of Frito-Lays and urine that have ended up sitting next to me for years. I would never expect that normally.
Weird, right?
Smell-o-vision, coming soon to Casino Guitars TV. You too can have this excellent t-shirt and we can smell terribly together.
It's true.
The shirt, I washed it recently. It smells good.
Yeah.
Sometimes my shirts get stinky because I do wear them like for days in a row.
Yeah, but generally,
I try to keep.
He's odorless.
I'm an odorless sort of like cat, like a hairless cat. I'm an odorless cat.
Odorless cat.
So and then that kind of continues, and I'd say this is almost like number 4. It continues in the store, like this sort of like stalking salesman type of thing where you can't just get left alone sometimes.
I hate car dealerships so much for that. I mean, because it's
I just want to walk and
next level, right? It's like, and they're just on you. And I had one situation one time when my kids were younger, and the guy, we were talking, and I was half interested in buying a car. Like I had just started the process. Before I know it, I'm like in there in the weird little glass cage, and the guy's bringing out paperwork and his manager, and my kid's in the car crying with my wife, and I'm like, I really have to go. I mean, I thought I was gonna have to like beat someone,
murder someone.
Yeah.
Buying a car is one of the most time-intensive, hardest, difficult process I've ever had. I pray to God that this doesn't infiltrate entirely into the guitar world.
No, if it was like that, dude, you would never want to go to a guitar shop.
Just when you do want to finance and stuff, and you sit down, the finance process takes so long, and like we're pretty quick about it in here, but I don't even like doing that as much. I don't enjoy it as much. But
and we're not. Maybe we're bad salespeople, but we don't ever encourage people to finance, right? Like we're just like. That's always last on our. We
try to figure out other ways for them to get the guitar, like just because there are those pitfalls in it, and we don't work in any type of like kickback way with it either. So there's no incentive to, besides trying to get you the guitar as quickly and easily as possible. But I'm worried about if you are financing it and you might not be able to afford this. I don't want that interest rate to ever kick you.
Sure.
And I do think about that. We are terrible business people sometimes.
Sometimes we are. Yeah.
And like speaking of car places, like. I've gone down this rabbit hole of watching YouTube videos of the Tesla Cybertruck.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just tell me if I need to stop. If like, there's part of me wants to put myself on like the $100 list, just to be like, I don't even know how much they cost. I have no idea.
I don't know.
I mean, look
Derek's
at that.
on the list.
I know he's on the list, but it's like $100 and it's refundable or something.
I think it's like, what was it, like $40,000? It wasn't that much for a Cybertruck.
That feels
with
like,
a Cyber 4-wheeler. My favorite thing about that whole thing was the meme with PV. The PV, they put the PV logo on the Cybertrucks because it looked like it. The old 80s.
Is there a Cyber 4-wheeler?
Yeah, I think you can get like a 4-wheeler that is in the bed of the Cybertruck and it like shoots out.
You can buy one.
I don't know how it works.
They also have a camper thing I've watched.
I'm sure that Derek.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I could see. I don't have a garage. Is my only problem. So I don't know. So just let me know if this is completely stupid.
Just get one.
I don't have the ability to have a garage. I live in an apartment.
Not garage. You don't need a garage for your Cybertruck. It probably like makes its own little transformer garage around itself.
Well, just
that's what I like to imagine.
Well, just to power it up, I'm thinking. To plug it in. You know. Like where did I juice? There's a juicer down the street,
we'll figure it out.
I don't know.
We'll sort it out. We'll just run a drop cord out your window.
I mean, I could do that. There is a drop cord above the window.
Done.
I don't know. It's just a lot. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's cyber. But the fact that it's like steel, and it would be parked on the street, like I think it would be safe. Yeah. Because it's got machine guns and flamethrowers around it too.
I would like to think. I'd like to imagine. On the deluxe model.
This has been my rabbit hole. So, but do you have any other points? Those are my points that I sort of had come up with as far as like where I feel like we are sort of venturing into this avenue. I hope we don't go too much further.
I mean, what I don't like, and I feel what most people don't like about certain guitar places, and this is across the board, right? It's not even a particular one because we've talked about before, even Guitar Center. There are good ones, there are bad ones. And sometimes this unfortunately bleeds over into independent shops. When you walk in, you feel like you were just in the Shark Tank. You know what I mean? Where they're just after you. They just want to make money off of you. They don't want to leave you alone until they realize that maybe you're not going to spend any money. And then they totally
ignore you.
You're just dead to them. That's what I don't like. I want to see. It's awesome when you walk in a shop and it feels like it's part of the community and people sort of communicate there, and there is a community there where people, share ideas and they find people to jam with. And
just not a banjo bluegrass jam off. No, nobody wants that at their shop at all. I'm sorry if you're that sole banjo player that watches casino guitars.
We tried it, God knows.
No, we did have
a very short-lived bluegrass jam.
Because people ask, why don't this is going to offend somebody? I'm sorry. They say, why don't you guys carry banjos? And my answer is, have you met a banjo player?
Things we shouldn't say.
No, one of our dearest friends, Huey. I'm talking. He's a banjo player. He's phenomenal. He's different. He's so good. It's frustrating too. Like he's a wizard on the fretboard. But he's cool. He's funny. And he says these like really weird like quips that are just like hilarious.
He's just like Steve Martin.
He is kind of like he's like country like bluegrass version.
Except maybe a better banjo player.
He's definitely a better banjo player. That dude shreds. He was like Chet Atkins wanted to hire him.
Yeah.
Like, and he was like, no, I'm busy. I'm like, what? I got a family and stuff to take care of. I'm like, it's Chet. Oh, whatever. God, Huey, God bless you. But that's our ranting for the day. So hopefully we don't. But but in some ways it's been all made easier with the financing and stuff too. And you can just buy a guitar.
Things are good.
Faceless. Yeah. You can get a guitar, and I would do it if I needed to. I just like to pay for things though.
Yeah.
I like to be done.
Yeah.
I don't like debt. It's just I'm a dumb person in that way.
True. If you do it, you just got to put it on the auto draft and forget it.
Exactly, auto draft.
So that by the end of the thing,
it bleeds out and you're
done.
Cool.
You're
that's the way to do it. Auto draft, save it.
Auto draft. There you go.
That's it. I'm checking out.
All right, hit like and subscribe. Click that bell so you don't miss stuff in the future. Let us know what you think about all these things in the comments. Don't forget the podcast, The Next Great American Guitar Builder. Details are on the website. And I feel like there's one more thing. Oh yeah, we're giving away a Silver Sky. So go check it out.
A real one. A core one. Not that the SCs aren't real,
even
but
a fancier, an extra fancy core one.
It's a lunar ice, right?
I believe that's true.
We're not giving away unless we get
Not
more
a polar
subscribers,
ice,
though.
a lunar ice. You got to subscribe. You got to answer. You got to comment on that video about the giveaway. So there you go. See you next time. Sayonara.